Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. Now, today what we are going to go over will be the plants that really don't need me. These plants here, they were chosen based upon watering conditions, neglect. How far can these plants um, go without being actually taken care of? So let's go ahead and get started. Also, with these plants, I do have different varieties of them, but I didn't want to bring them all into this one video just because I didn't want it to become a longer video than needed. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the Sansevieria snake plant. I will also try to add some plant names at the top just in case. But this plant here is potted in a 3D planter that I made myself from a 3D printer. This plant here has done nothing but grow off of neglect. She sits right next to the grow tent that I have, and it's currently still growing. This plant started off with one, and this is the original plant, and over time she put off two, and I don't know if you can see down in the middle of her, right there. There's another one growing in her as well. So eventually I'll either have to chop and prop or just let her grow in it and fill it out some more before I switch her out. Now, I don't know if you can tell what I mean by neglect. If you see these leaves, all that there is, let's just say, dust. So again, this plant here doesn't do anything but sit in one spot, and I walk past it and just look at it. That's the only attention it gets is just me just walking by and doing that and keep going. So first up on the list, as I said, my Sansevieria doesn't need anything. What we have next, I will go ahead and do her, well, these guys here. These are my string of pearls. I love this plant. It was a lot thicker, and I don't know if you can see, but there are a lot, and I mean a lot of new growth points, and I'm glad to see this just because, again, these are one of the plants of mine that sit in, well, she sits in a south-facing window, which is in my bathroom, and I literally don't touch her. She was outside during the summer time because of the light. Was very strong and she loved it, but somewhere between bringing her in and me neglecting her but checking on her, this one time she was infested with spider mites, and it's a little thin out as of now, but with all the new growth points, as you can see, she's doing a lot better. Even the inside had thinned out when I started to grow her, and once she really caught on, you couldn't see any of the soil. That's how thick and lush she was. Even the strings were a lot longer. I did prop and chop her down, and I traded some of these out as well. Also down in this pot, which I'm glad to finally see growing again, which was attacked by spider mites, and I didn't know, but there is, you can see it there, that area. Here is variegated string of pearls. You can definitely tell the difference between the green and then the white and green, but let's see, there they are right there. These guys here need plenty of light, which is why they sit in the south-facing window of mine. But again, don't need anything from me to the point where, again, she got hit with spider mites. I didn't even know, but luckily that time I did really check on her and make sure that she was okay. The only thing that I do like to see inside of my plants are usually, typically, I guess, I don't know everywhere else, but here in the South, they're little jumping spiders, which are okay because they would typically eat any insects, even ants, the ones that we literally hate, the ones that harvest the pests on your plants and move them to different spaces. Yes, I prefer the spiders, even though spiders are not my niche. I hate spiders, but I would prefer to see those instead of any other insect. And like I said before, this plant here thrives off of neglect. This is my string of pearls. Now let's place that there. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to go with here. This guy here. This is my Raven ZZ. You wouldn't believe the stress and just the travel to even find one of these. You've probably seen or heard on one of my videos about the Begonia immaculata that we traveled all over the states to try to find, and we finally found it with a whim. Going back home, I don't want to say disappointed because we usually always come back with a good amount of plants, but when you're looking for specifics and can't find them, it's kind of disappointment. But anyway, guys, they didn't have any more of, well, they had some more of the, oh crap, what are these? Sorry, Raven ZZs, but I didn't want it. I wanted the immaculata whitey eyes because, I love my cane begonias and I know I can get them to grow, even though you can get these to grow as well. But I figured, why not with those? And I could also always find someone to have traded a piece with the inventory that I already have. But anyway, you guys, this guy was, I found her at a Home Depot coming home, and you wouldn't believe I got this plant for like $4 or something, $3. Usually the people that are in charge, they overwater or whatever the case may be, and she decided to mark it down. Well, no, actually she said it wasn't for sale, and I was like, well, I'm trying to offer you a sale for it, and she was like, all right, I'll mark it down, and she marked it down low as she could, and I think it came up to like $4 or $5, and if you know Costa Farm, it comes in with a nice ceramic glass pot or vase or something, so that was a really good deal. But it was soaked, of course, and what I do know about plants, and with these, they're very hardy, but what I did was I took it out of the pot, I let it drain. I kept it inside of its regular nursery pot, which was the same pot it's still in now, and I just let it dry. I didn't water at all. This was during the summertime, so it was very hot and humid, so I put it outside with the fan on, and it dried itself out. And since then, as you can see, this green here is new, this is new, and somewhere down here she put off a little new one, which is like right there or something. I don't know how good you can see her, probably can't, but again, yep, this one you can see it really good. That there, all that is dust. Check that out. This thing thrives on neglect. Now, even though I would recommend, which I will do after the video, clean your leaves, even though they are being neglected. Once it starts to build up, once your dust starts to build up, then you're stopping the chlorophyll and anything else from happening to your plant, photosynthesis, all this other stuff that it really needs to keep itself alive, even though you're neglecting it, per se. So I would make sure you dust them once you check them, which is me. This is me actually checking them just to do a video, actually, guys. And I will come through once I get through and redust them and put them back. Usually what I do during the summertime when it's really hot and I can leave the doors open and let the heat come in, I will give them a shower and rinse them off, and water them at the same time, so that way I don't have to worry about any more watering with these guys, and also leaves are clean for a little while longer. But again, this is part of the I Don't Need You collection, my Raven ZZ. Now let's move on to the next plant. This big guy here, as you've probably been seeing throughout the video, this will be my Devil's Backbone. Now this here, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like a succulent or a cactus. Well, at least I treat it like one, more or less. It wants to be treated like one. I say that because once you try to overwater it, or she gets too much, literally like too much water, and in that case it would be considered overwatering, huh? Well, yeah, so if she gets too much water, then the leaves start to fall, but she thrives also on neglect. When I first got her, she was much younger. I don't know if you can see, but she's growing funky only because she's been chopped and propped a couple of times. I gave some of these guys away, and of course I traded a few. I love this guy, and like I said, it thrives on neglect. And also, this plant here for me is not one of those that I got to have the light to do my variegation. No, this plant here sits in my living room, and it gets light. No, don't get me wrong, it's not like pitch dark, because as you can see, I have windows here, and then this is the south facing, so the light comes in here, but it doesn't hit it. But anyway, each leaf comes out with the white variegation on it, and I love it. But the best thing about this guy is sun stressing it. This is some here. This is probably a good one here. See, can I get you in the frame here? So this one here, it has like a shade of pink. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's try this one. No, it's not as pronounced on these. I might have one that I propagated. Let me grab that one real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right, now, with this one, I've noticed on the camera, I think it's just my ring light. Even if I tried to cut it off, but even if I cut it off as well, I think it's just too bright. But you can barely see some pink in these. I was trying to find a stressed one, but I don't think they're stressed enough to withstand the light. But this one here is a awesome specimen. I wish you can actually see it, but you can see like a slight tint on these two leaves here. This first leaf here, this one, I wish you can see it. It is very, very pink, or pink, but you can barely see it. Huh? I got a little color in. There it is. But just imagine that a little bit darker all the way around. And yeah, once you give these guys some light, some extra light, they will shine a very pink and white green color. It's very pretty. So that is what I'm going to do with this one. I usually don't let them get up to this height. What I usually do is do some cutting and prop them, and propagate them and place them back down inside of the pot with the mother, just to fill it out some. But this one here, she has been growing with no problems whatsoever, and I actually love it. So this is why I added her to my "You Don't Need Me, I Don't Need You" list, and I actually love her Um, this is my devil's backbone. Okay, last but not least, I have my Hoya Carnosa princess, and I also have in here my Hoya Carnosa. Is it queen? I think it's the queen. Yeah, the queen and the princess are in here. Um, she also thrives off of neglect for me. She sits in the bathroom as well. I tend to, once I water one of them, I go back and water all of them so that all are on the same schedule. Now, once the months start to warm up, like here it's cold, once the months start to warm up within maybe 2 or 3 months from now, I will start to increase the watering just because it doesn't get humid here until maybe mid to late summer, and it's like sticky in the air, and plants love it. But oh my, I would have to keep up with the watering just because of the heat will dry it out and pull it into the air. But again, she thrives with neglect. And I also noticed, I don't know if you can see it, but there is let's see, maybe if I block the light a little bit. There it is. You can see it just a little bit, this leaf here. There it is. It has a little sun stress on it, or I'm guessing maybe that's how it grows because of lately the sun has disappeared because of that's what it do here this time of year, and I hate it. It's usually raining and cold, and ugh. But she has been growing for me, and of course she's in soil now, but eventually she will be coming out of here and will be growing in the infamous spag. Um, I've seen a lot of pictures of these and they have their humongous in a pot and they look good. So this plant was actually way bigger, but again, I chopped her and popped her down some. I think I have some left over there that I was planning on giving away, but haven't got around to it yet. Yeah, she's doing very, very good for me. The leaves are coming in great. This leaf here, I think, is the most whitest leaf that I have is here. There's the only green spot in it is in the middle right there, but they are doing pretty good, and I do love these plants as well. I think I have one more kind of Hoya in the back. I'm not much of a Hoya guy, as you can see, even though there is a place here or a town over in Macon that I know for a fact I can get a lot of Hoyas that a lot of people are looking for, but I'm just not the Hoya guy, and I wouldn't just buy something for the hype, especially if I don't want it, because usually the plants that you don't want, you tend to neglect. And if I'm going to neglect it, it'll be something like these here that can withstand that neglect instead of a daisy or something finicky like that. But yeah, this is my Hoya Carnosa's princess and queen. Again, I love these plants. The variegation in them is just awesome, and I love the thick leaves. Alright guys, that is it for the video. Thanks for coming and supporting my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment down below. Again, videos coming out every day. Stay tuned for a plant tour. Again, I have it on my bracket, so there's a couple of more videos ahead of the plant tour. But keep an eye on that. And I think that is it. Let's make sure I got all the plants. Oh yes, that is it. And I also would be doing another video, kind of sort of similar to this, but I'm going to add in all of my plants, and of course it'll be a different title, just because what it's based around. Just be looking out for that. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.